binomial therapy. Okay. So the rule for binomial expansion is a plus b. That's a two-term expression, hence it's called binomial, and the power is n. Now, in this chapter, this n is only a positive integer. So n would be positive integer only. Can't be a fraction, it can't be negative. It's going to be positive and a whole number. Okay. So the rule for expansion is the first term is a power n, and somewhere along the line, the last term is bn. In between, you have a few terms, and that's written like this. The first term is n, c, 1. A is the first term, a power n minus 1, and then b power 1. Then plus n, c, 2, a power n minus 2, and b power 2. So what you do with a's power is that you subtract these two. Here you subtracted n and 1, so it's n minus 1. Here you subtract n and 2, so it's n minus 2. And what is the power of b? Power of b is this bottom term here. So it's 1 here and it's 2 here. Okay, and it keeps going on. And then the final term is b power n. Why is the final term b power n? Where did the c go? Where did the a go? The last term becomes NCN, like 5C5. Then a power n minus n is 0, so that becomes 1. And NC1n, which we'll discuss shortly, is also 1. 5C5 is 1, 2C2 is 1, 8C8 is 1. And the only thing you're left with is b power n. So the last term is just b power n. Okay, that is the formula for binomial expansion. This formula is given to you in the formula sheet. However, instead of NC1, they write it slightly differently. They write it like this, N, and then brackets 1. This is also read as NC1. And this would be N brackets 2, which is also read as NC2. So it's the same thing. Okay, let's just quickly start an example question. So the example question is expand 2 plus 3x power 4. Okay. So the first term is a power n. N here is this. This is n. So a is 2. So the first term is going to be 2 power 4 plus n c1. So that's going to be 4 c1. A here is 2. So 2 power 4 minus 1. So that's 3. And b, which is 3x, power this bottom value, which is 1. Next would be 4c2, nc2. Then 2 power n minus 2, which is 4 minus 2, which is 2. And then it would be 3x power this bottom term, which is 2. Next term is going to be 4c3, 2 power, subtract these two, which is 1. And then 3x power, the bottom value, which is 3. And the last term, either you use the longer method, which is 4c4, which is 1. And then 2 power 4 minus 4, which is 0, which is also 1. And then it would be b power 4, so 3x power 4. Or if you remember this, just write 3x power 4 directly, because in the last term, the c term and the a term both become 1, so it can be ignored. Okay, so 2 power 4 is what, 16? Yes. Plus 4c1 can be found from your calculator, although it is 1. NC1 is 1. Just write this rule as well. You should know that NC1 is n and NCN is 1. So if it is 4C1, you should directly know that it's 4. However, you can also find it from your calculator. Just enter 4 and then there's this expression on top of division sign. is the division sign in the calculator, and top of that is NCR. So what you're doing in the calculator, press 4 and then shift divide. So that would give you C, and then next to it write 1. So when you press equals to, you'll get 4. 4 shift divide, which becomes C, and then 1, that is 4. So 4C1 is 4 times 2 cube is 8 times 3x plus 4C2 is what? 4 shift divide 2 is 6, then 2 square is 4, then 3 square is 9, and then x square. Then 4C3 is 4. Then 2 times 1 is 2, and then 3 cube is 27. Plus 4C4 is 1, 2 power 0 is 1, 3 power 4 is 181, x power 4. So in the end, I'm getting 16 plus 4 times 8 times 3 is 96x plus 6 times 4 times 9 is 216x square plus 4 times 2 times 27 is 216. There was also an x cube that I've missed here. Yeah, x cube beta. Okay, x cube plus 81x power 4. So this is the binomial expansion of the given expression. 16 plus 9, 6x plus 2, 1, 6x square plus 2, 1, 6x cube plus 81. Yes, it's correct. Any questions so far? Let's move on to a relatively simpler case where we have to expand 1 plus 3x power 5. So when one of the term is 1 and it's the first term, which is 1. So what happens to the formula is that all the a's term become 1. So they can be completely ignored from the formula because any power of 1 is still 1. So this becomes 1. This can be ignored because when you multiply 1, it's the same value. This can be ignored. And yes, so you can ignore a completely and change it into 1. So the first value would be 1 power 5, which is 1 plus NC1. Then a term can be completely ignored because any power of 1 is still 1. And you just write the b term. B power, the b's power is this bottom value 1. Then 5C2, 3x, bottom value 2. Then 5C3, 3x, bottom value is cube, plus 5C4, 3x power 4, then 5C5, which remember is 1, and 3x power 5. That's just 1. So we have 1 plus 5. 5C1, remember, is just 5. 5 times 3 is 15x plus 5C2 times 9 is 90x squared plus 5C3 times 27 is 270x cubed. Then 5C4 times 3 power 4 is 405 x power 4 plus 3 power 5 is 243 x power 5. This is the expansion, complete expansion. Usually you're not asked to completely expand it. You're told to go till x squared term or x cubed term. We'll see that. We'll see such questions. Yeah, this is correct. Okay. So now this is what a past paper questions look like. Any questions so far, Ryan, especially you?
No, miss.
Okay. So next question is expand. Let's call it question 1 because it's the first past paper type question. Part A is expand 3 minus 2x power 5 up to x squared term. And part B is hence find the coefficient of x squared in the expansion of so hence find the coefficient of x squared in the expansion of x plus 5 times 3 minus 2x power 5. Okay. Start with part A. Expand 3 minus 2x power 5 up to x squared term. So the first term is going to be 3 power 5. Remember, a power n. So 3 power 5 plus n c1 3 times 5 minus 1, which is 4. Then b power 1. B here is a negative value. Keep that in mind. This is very important. B is actually minus 2x. So A is 3, but B is minus 2x. So it's going to be minus 2x bracket 1. And then 5c2, 3 power 5 minus 2, which is 3. And then minus 2x power, the bottom value, which is 2. Now this will be the x squared term. So we stop here. We don't have to go any further. So 3 power 5 is 3 power 5 is 243. 243 plus 5c1. You could ask your calculator, and preferably you should know that nc1 is n. So that 5c1 is 5 times 3 power 4 and times minus 2. Be very careful about the signs. It's going to be minus 405 x and then plus 5c2 times 3 power 3 times, that's minus 2 square, so that's plus 4. So times 4, that is 1080x squared. 9.
Is the middle wala minus 810?
Let me see. 5 times 3 power 4 times minus 2. Yeah, it is 8. 8 times. So this is the expansion. That's part A. Let me check the answer. Yes, that is correct. Okay, part B. Hence means you have to use this answer. Hence, find the coefficient of x square in the expansion of this. So we've already expanded the left hand side, the right expression. So instead of 3 minus 2x power 5, now I'm going to write this. Instead of this, I'm going to write its expanded form. So that's it's going to be 243 minus 810x plus 1080. There are more terms beyond this, but we were asked to stop here, so we did not proceed. Okay, now when we multiply these terms, which multiplication give us x square? Because we just have to find the coefficient of x square. What do I multiply between these brackets to get a square x square answer?
X with 810x and then 5 with 1080x squared.
Very good. So when you multiply these two, you get an x square term, and when you multiply these two, you get an x square term. So that's all you have to do. So we have minus 810 x square and plus 5 times 1080, which is 55,400, 5,400 x square. Now let's add these minus 810 plus answer. I'm getting 3, 7, let's get minus 810 plus 5,400. That is 4590. Yes. So it is 4590 x square. The question says give the coefficient. So your final answer should just be the coefficient and not x squared. Any questions here?
No, miss.
Part question 2. Expand 3 minus 2x power 5 up to x square part B. Isn't it exactly? Yes, so we will just be using the answer of the previous part for part A. And part B is, given that the coefficient of x in the expansion of x minus k times 3 minus 2x power 5 is 28, find k. So we already have the answer of part A. 3 minus 2x power 5 when expanded is क्या आया था 243 minus 810x plus 1080 x square, and there are more terms which we don't need. Okay, so part B. Part B may you have to expand this x minus k with times 3 minus 2x power 5. So again, we will be using the expanded form. 243 minus 810x plus 1080x squared. Now they're saying the coefficient of x in the expansion of this is 28. So what do we multiply in both brackets to get the coefficient of x? We need x after multiplying the brackets, just the x term, not the constant term, not the x square term, not the x cube term. So what do we multiply?
243 with x and then k with 810.
Yes,
X.
that is correct. This will give us an x term and this will give us an x term. So 243x plus screen is stuck. So 243x plus 810kx. And this should be equals to 28, but just the coefficient is equals to 28. So let's grab the coefficient from here. The coefficient is 243 plus 810k. So this means that 243 plus 810k equals to 28. So find the value of k from here. So we have 810k equals negative. What is 28 minus 243? That is minus 215. and k would be equals to minus 215 divided by 810. That is minus 43 over 160 over 162, which is the correct answer. Then guys, any questions?
No.
Question 3. Given that the first three terms in the expansion of two plus ax power n are 32 minus 40x plus bx squared. Find the values of n, a, and b. Okay. Given that the first three terms in the expansion of 2 plus ax power n is this, so what we'll do, we will expand 2 plus ax power n, and let's see what are the first three terms that we get. And then we'll be comparing our answer with this, and that would hopefully get us n, a, and b. Okay. So when we expand 2 plus ax power n, we get the first term is 2 power n plus nc1 2 power n minus 1 and b power 1. And then the next term would be nc2 2 power n minus 2 and ax power 2. That would be 2 plus ax. In fact, we don't need to write that. We have 2 power n as our first term. Then remember what's nc1. nc1 is going to be n. So although the calculator will be there to tell you that 5c1 is 5, but in questions like these, you must know that nc1 is actually n. So it's important to know these as well, that nc1 is n and ncn is 1. Okay, yaad honi chahiye baat. Okay, so nc1 is n, so plus n times 2 power n minus 1 times ax. And the next term is nc2 times 2 power n minus 2 times a square x square. All right, so let's see. Here we have 2 power n as the first term. And in the question, the first term is 32. So we can equate these two. If 2 power n is 32, then n would be 5. 2 power 5 is 32. Yes, 2 power 4 is 16 and 2 power 5 is 32. So n is 5. So we have the value of n. Okay. Now, what we'll do is that we will equate minus 40 with our coefficient of x. So our coefficient of x is all of this. So n times 2 power n minus 1 times a is equals to minus 40. So we already know what n is, that is 5 times 2 power 5 minus 1, which is 4 times a equals to minus 40. So that is 2 power 4 times 5 is 80. So 80a equals minus 40. So a equals minus 1 upon 2. A is minus half. Now we will compare the third term, and that would hopefully get us B. Okay, so the third term in the question is bx squared. And the third term that we got after our expansion is this. So these two must be equal. B should be equals to nc2 2 power n minus 2 times a square. So B would be equals to n is 5. 5c2 times 2. Again, n is 5. So 5 minus 2 is q. And then a square. A is already minus half. So we know what A is as well. So just substitute all of this in the calculator and that would give you the value of B. I'm entering all of this at once. 5c2 times 2q times bracket fraction minus half bracket close whole square. So I'm getting 20, which is the correct answer for B. So n is 5, A is minus half, and B is 20. That is question 3. Question 4. Any questions? Ryan? कर रहे हो
No,
साथ
miss. No, question. G, miss.
Anywhere you get stuck, just unmute your mic and wreak havoc. आगे ना जाने देना मुझे अगर नहीं समझ.
All right, miss.
Question 4. Expand 3 plus x power 5 up to x square term. That's part A. Hence, find the coefficient of x square of x square in the expansion of uh, 3 plus x square. So in the first part, we have to expand 3 plus x power 5. Let's do that. 3 plus x power 5. So it's 3 power 5 plus 5c1. 3 power 5 minus 1, which is 4, and e power 1 plus 5c2, 3 power 3, and x power 2. So we stop here. 3 power 5 is 243 plus 5c1 is 5 times 3 power 4. So that's 405 x. And then 5c2 times 3q is 270x squared. Yes, all of these are correct. So we managed to expand this and we got this up till x squared terms. Again, there are more terms after this, but we were told to stop at x squared. Okay, part B. In part B, we have to use this answer, the result of part A, to expand this power 5 over here, sorry. So to expand 3 plus x square power 5. So now since it says hence, and in the previous part we have an expansion of 3 plus x power 5. So what we'll do is we will consider this as a. This is a, 3 plus x. So that's our a. And this is our b. So the first term is 3 plus x power 5. The first term is a power n. So a here is x, 3 plus x, and n here is 5. So a power 5 is this, plus 5c1 a power 5 minus 1, which is 4, and then x square power the bottom value 1. Okay. Hence, find the coefficient of x square. We just need the coefficient of x square. Just give me a second. I'm coming back. 1 minute लगेगा. Okay. And the next term would be 5c2, 3 plus x power, decrease the power, that would be 3, and for x square, the power would be the bottom value 2, and so on. This does not seem to be a feasible approach. We need the coefficient of x square. So we've already expanded this. ये तो हमें पता है, ये ऊपर वाला जो पार्ट है, बट हमें क्या ये दोबारा करना पड़ेगा? 3 plus x power 4 and then 3 plus x power cube. That is a very, very bad idea. ये नहीं करना होगा इस क्वेश्चन में. Hold on. It says hence. पिछले पार्ट का रिजल्ट होता है, ये नहीं करना. My bad. Okay. So
3 x हमने expand किया तो था.
3 plus x किया था ना, पावर 5, खाली पावर 5. जो अभी मैंने लिखा था उसमें पावर 4 आ रहा था और फिर पावर 3 आ रहा था. क्या हमें दोबारा करना पड़ेगा? ऐसा नहीं हो सकता. ठीक है. क्वेश्चन कैन नॉट बी दैट लेंथी, स्पेशली जब पार्ट ए में उन्होंने चेक कर लिया है कि आपको बायनोमियल एक्सपेंशन आती है. व्हाई वुड दे मेक यू डू दैट ओवर एंड ओवर अगेन एंड मेनी टाइम्स अगेन इन पार्ट बी? सो ये नहीं करना. आई थिंक इट हैज अंडरस्टूड के क्या करना है. देखो, hence means कि definitely you are using this result. So let's look at the relationship between this and this. What's the relationship between these two? X here is being replaced with x plus x square. इधर खाली x था और इधर वो x की जगह आ गया x plus x square. So this is what you'll do with the expansion. उस expansion में जहां x था, ये x और ये x, you're going to replace it with x plus x square. So that is what I'm going to do. What we're doing is replacing x with x plus x square. So we have already expanded 3 plus x power 5. That is 243 plus 405. Now instead of x, I'm going to write x plus x square. And then plus 270. And instead of x square, I'm going to write x plus x square whole square. Yes, that's a lot better. And we just need the x square term. So x square term एक तो इधर से आ गई 405 times x square. So वो ले ली हमने. उसके अलावा we're going to get an x square term by expanding this. When you expand this, you get 270. यहाँ पे करें. And when you expand this, you get a square plus 2ab plus b square. So it's x square plus 2 times a times b. So 2 times x square, which is 2x cubed. And then b square. So x square whole square is x power 4. But we only need the square term, so we're just going to use this. Plus 270x square. So what is 405 plus 270? That is 675x squared, which thank God is the correct answer. So 675 is the final, the coefficient of x squared. Right? Any questions?
No, miss.
I'm ending the lesson here. इसका एक और छोटा सा सब topic रह गया है, and then we'll be done with this topic. I will be giving you guys a few questions from the worksheet. करके लाने हैं कल की क्लास से पहले तक. All right. Take care.
Okay.
Allah Hafiz. Dua, you're sending me a new link for the previous homework correction. ठीक है?
Okay.
All right. Allah Hafiz.
Allah Hafiz, miss.
Ciao.